What's up, everybody? Welcome to a success story from one of my one-on-one students. Eugene, please introduce yourself.
My name is Eugene. I'm 17. I live in Aruba. I just passed my first 100K challenge after months of not accomplishing passing it. So in 2 weeks, I managed to pass it with good solid traits, good psychology and everything, patience.
I did want to
Yeah,
ask you, so how long have you been holding on to this account?
since February 6th, I bought it after I blew another account and I was trading it at first with a lot of risk, and then I decided to decrease my risk. And yeah, risk management was everything, but then patience and months and months and months of stress, and like didn't have like motivation to keep trading. But I went through it and it went good. So
And for the audience, so you said February 6th. What day
yeah,
is it right now? Can you guys see that?
it's September 1.
It's September 1. So since
I'm still
February,
waiting to get my master credentials on Wednesday.
there you go. So he is funded and he held on to this account for literally months. There was a two-phase account, a Forex account, and
Yeah,
there's no on Forex accounts there's obviously no like limit to how long you could hold on, and you were a clear example that you can literally hold on as long as you want.
yeah.
And what prop firm did you use?
Funny Pips.
Funding Pips.
It's really good. Yeah,
They always pay out. They have a great reputation.
yeah,
Yeah. And what made you want to like take your time on this challenge? So one of the factors might be because you're young, right? You have time.
yeah.
What kind of helped you to stay patient and not want to pass it right now? Because I remember when I was at your age in high school and I got like 200K account, bro. I wanted to pass that thing right away. I blew so many accounts.
Honestly, I was literally stuck in for months of like not able to pass it. And 3 weeks ago, I was like, I gotta lock in. No one's gonna save me. I have to lock in. And I just got solid trades. Because like there was a time, like 2, 3 months, that I wasn't looking at the charts like I used to before. I didn't have the hunger to like trade. I was like just looking at the charts. I didn't even care. I didn't have that hunger in me. But then I needed to put that hunger in me to trade, you know?
Were you
So
still
then I started.
trading when you said like you looked at your phone and like you looked at the charts, you're like, "Oh, whatever." Were you still taking trades when you were just looking at it, "Oh, it didn't play out?"
Yeah, but like it wasn't like high probability. I was taking off of stupid confluences, maybe like a 5 minute on like there was no even higher time frame PDRAs or something.
Okay, about
Yeah,
that. So you said there was no higher time frame PD raise. In this
yeah.
mentorship, what do you think is the biggest like shift that you've had from like before when you were struggling to pass an account and to now where you're actually successfully passing it? Because you didn't just pass this account like you didn't take every single day out of the entire month. Like it was the last month that really made that change for you in this account, right?
Yeah. So honestly, the high time frame or like 'cause before I used to just trade probably like two time frames and look at two time frame instead of looking at like higher time frames and everything. And honestly, higher time frame is higher power, and it makes a big difference looking at the market like that. You know.
Okay, what was one of the biggest like game changers in terms of looking at the higher time frame? Were you previously only sticking to one session? What was the biggest how do you say this like misleading thing that you learned that you kind of had to get rid of in order to finally start seeing profitable trades?
I was trading before quarterly theory, only that model, trying to see if I can find it every day, but it did not appear. It appeared probably once a week or once a month, but there was a month that it didn't even appear. So I was like, I can't rely on only trading that. So I just started spreading quarterly theory, silver bullet, and Asia breaker. And yeah, then I started mastering more Asia than silver bullet and quarterly theory. But Asia is my most that I like because like it's at night I can go to sleep and just leave the trade with no stress, you know.
Yeah.
And I like that about trading Asia.
So now you're kind of you expanded your perspective not just to a specific one model because I
Yeah,
do remember you once you learned quarterly theory you were like, dude, this is crazy, like I'm seeing this play out, but then you realize that in the long run having just one model that like you would wait to show up in that specific time wasn't consistent, and now you're trading more of like price action, just waiting for
Yeah,
the model to show itself.
yeah. That's basically what I'm doing. But honestly, I used to rely only on that, and that was like holding me back for like I could say 4 months. But then I said I have to like go to Silver Bullet and Asia to like disperse myself around and see what fits me better, and not only rely on that same model and trade price action. So
What is your favorite session now to trade?
Asia, just
Why
I
Asia
just come
session?
after gym and I can trade and go to sleep.
So it's a good
I
time for
just I,
you.
I just love just executing and go to sleep. I don't have to care about it. I just wake up. I took a loss or a win. That's it.
Oh, that's a really interesting, and like a lot of people might disagree with you. Do you think it's a
Yeah.
good idea? Like you said, you literally take a trade, go to sleep. Can you sleep
Literally,
good? Do you get your hours in?
yeah, I do. I do. I literally the trade that made me pass my phase two. I was playing Roblox. I was bored, and then I was like, I was waiting for a time frame, 30 minutes to get inverted, and I just went on the charts. I'm like, oh, I got inverted, and then I just executed. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, shut down my phone, and went to sleep. Wake up and profit, and then I held for two more days and target hit.
You were playing Roblox first of all. Let's stick to this subject first. You were playing Roblox.
Yeah.
What do you play on Roblox?
I was playing I was playing Steel Country.
Do you think that this helped you with your success as a day trader?
Honestly, yeah.
Distracting yourself from the charts?
Honestly, I think games is a good thing because like it gets your head off of like um let's say you don't have nothing else to do and you just get distracted.
Mm,
Get like just entertain yourself. Don't be like too locked in because that's not a problem. Because when I first started with my like you could say escape the matrix journey, I was like too locked in and I didn't. I was like no games, no Instagram, no this, no that, and I didn't have like a social life. I didn't even go out with friends and everything. So I think it's really important to when you're starting trading, take it flexible, but take it serious as well.
yeah, I
And
think I
and,
think
and
that's a
don't
good
tell your
point.
friends about trading
Don't tell your friends why not.
because like they can say it's gambling or they could say like, yeah, hook me up or something like. I'm gonna deposit like $500 and you can trade it for me.
Yeah.
That don't work like that.
I get that all the
So,
time, and I'm just like, brother, you
yeah.
gotta learn because like those people, they put $500 on the line, they'll be on you for that. Every
Yeah,
trade
and I
they
don't
take.
like honestly that. So I literally didn't tell anyone for like you could say the first year I started trading, but then I started flexing and like I'm trading, and then I got all that like negativity, and I just stopped telling people about it.
Yeah,
I just let my Instagram speak for itself.
yeah. Let the results speak, and you're supposed to
Yeah,
obviously keep it in because the moment that you start talking about it, I'm a trader, and then you take a few losses, that's gonna get in your head, and you're not gonna be able to do that. So obviously you have a funded account now. What is your plan to actually successfully take trades? What are you gonna do differently than on your challenge, or are you gonna continue doing the things that you're doing right now?
honestly, on my challenge, there was few weeks that I used to take stupid trades, like stupid trades, and I'm like, why did I do it? But honestly, my wins just take over those small losses because my risk management is on point. I risk literally sometimes $300 on a trade and I make like 3K or 4K out of it. So my risk management is good. And what else can I say?
What is your
My
lot
plan
size
moving
as well?
forward, you say with my funded account?
Yeah. Like on your trades, you said your risk management around 300 for a $3,000 win. What would the lot
Yeah.
size be on the trades that you're placing on 100K?
I normally just use one. I never go above. If depending the pips, I normally let's say if I have like a 20 pip stop, I just go like to a two lot or something.
Okay.
But I just normally I like to keep it 500 or under 500.
Your total loss for the trade.
Yeah. And if it's like super high probability, sometimes I go for like a $800 loss risk on it, you know.
And you're aiming to hold all your trades, and that's what actually gives you that high win.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, and another question. If, like, where you're at right now as a successful day trader, were able to go back to when you're just getting into day trading, what kind of advice would you give yourself just starting off in order to get to like the level that you're at right now, to cut the time in half? What would you tell them?
Honestly, just straight ICT. That's it.
ICT? Did you
That's
start
it.
off trading other strategies?
Yeah, I used to trade support resistance, indicators, but never had. I even traded single signals with group, but never got profitability. Lost more money than made money. So
Yeah. And what makes ICT more valuable to you than those other strategies that you were trading?
honestly, you can see how the market moves, how it respects the gaps between the market, how it comes to rebalance, take out liquidity, and just moves that way. You know.
It actually makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. You can understand it.
Yeah, unlike those other trend lines. Because I also started off trading trend lines. I even mixed a
Yeah.
little bit of trend lines with ICT. But it's like you can take a trade off trend lines where you're like, oh, it like broke it and came back, retested it. But it just doesn't really make sense. Versus
Yeah.
ICT, you see whether it respects it, disrespects it, and kind of
And
the
why it
overflow.
went that way. Yeah.
I do have two more questions for you. One of them is one of the questions that I missed in the beginning. Who actually got you into trading? Where did you learn about it? And who do you look up to in your trading?
So this is the crazy part. After I got out of the hospital in 2023, trying to commit suicide, I my dad told me since you're not going to school anymore, you can I'm gonna introduce you to something that I wanted to try but never had a chance to because I was busy with business. So he introduced me to trading, and then I started
Your
reading a
dad.
book about it and everything, and it took me about 5 months. I started learning, but then it like I got demotivated, but then 2025, 2024, January, there was a signal group that I got in, and then that's where I started with all the losing money part, support and resistance, and then blah, 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 you know?
Yeah. So your dad
And then,
actually got you into trading.
yeah, my dad got me
That's
actually.
that's really rare. Usually most parents don't support like people
Yeah,
doing this. And my final question for you is, what would you say is your biggest reason for why you are successful and actually able to finally see results?
honestly, my biggest reason, I'm gonna say God, honestly, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be even alive. So, and I wouldn't have hands to trade. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Yeah.
I'm
So
sure
I base my
that,
success on him.
yeah, you're probably going to like touch a lot of hearts with this. What brought you to your faith, and why would you say that it is helping you like succeed now? Do you believe that everybody has a purpose?
Yeah, I do believe everybody has a purpose because without a purpose, what do we live for, you know? So I think what brought me to faith, I grew up in a Christian home since I was born, but I never like took it seriously. And now that I'm growing up, I'm like, I really need God. I can't have him without him in my life, you know? Because not other things don't fulfill the emptiness that you have inside of you. So that's why I think having God, a relationship with God, is important.
Do you have a verse that you stick to and would like to leave for the audience?
Romans 8, verse 5 through 10.
Romans 8. I have my Bible right next to me, so why don't we just whip it out
That's
and
thing. I have mine right next to me too.
okay, we have Romans 8 verses 5 through 10. I'm going to read this for the audience and bring this interview to an end. Those who live according to the flesh have their mind set on what the flesh desires, but those who live in accordance with the Spirit have their mind set on what the Spirit desires. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. The mind governed by the flesh is hostile to God. It does not submit to God's law, nor can it do so. Those who are in the realm of the flesh cannot please God. So, what does that mean to you, and why do you hold on to this specific verse?
Honestly, it's like I think all of us have carnage struggle or like struggle with our flesh, you know. And I think it's really important to not be controlled by it because it could be a very dangerous thing, you know. And I used to struggle with that a lot. And I think it's really important, whatever you're going through, most of the time, if you're doing something, let's say drugs or sexual immorality or something, it's mostly your flesh, not your spirit. So that's why you gotta rely on your spirit, try to grow spiritually to overcome that.
Yeah, especially in trading, I feel like a lot of the mistakes that people
Same, it
make,
relies,
greed,
yeah,
it all comes from the flesh and
it
like
comes
our
from the
desires.
flesh. Same thing, yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with you on that part, and it's something that also helps me. And now I'm trying to share the word a lot more with the audience. So if you guys don't already, be sure to
Yeah.
cough a Bible, keep it close to
Copy
you,
that.
and pray. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, Eugene. Thank you for your time and for the word that you've given for these people. I hope that you inspire a lot of the audience, and I'll see you soon. We'll have to do another one once you get some payouts. We'll
10K payout. 10K payout
10K
soon.
payout. Okay, I'll hold
Yeah.
you to it. 10K payout. You gotta get that. God bless you, brother.
10K payout. Yeah. See you. Bye
See you
bye.
soon.